Namaskar students, a very good morning and welcome to your yoga class. I hope you had a very good week with your Zoom session and your Zoom classes and you are ready for today's yoga class. Today we'll just go through a bit about the theory of the pranayama, as there is a competition which is coming ahead in the CBSE board, that is from the Ministry of Ayush, a quiz contest for 6th class to 10th class. So in that you will be having a question and 4 options. Choose the correct answer would be the method for this examination. So for that I want you all to prepare a little bit about the theory of the yoga, which would be asked in the examination. So starting from pranayama, and last week we had covered about the introduction about yoga, how many years old is this art, and who had developed this art, and how many different kinds of yogas are available or are practiced. So we had gone through that. Today we will just go through about pranayama, what pranayama is, what it means, and what exactly is it helpful for. Okay, so let's begin our class. I hope that you are seated straight, your back should be straight. Okay, either if you're sitting down or sitting on a chair, sit straight. Okay, let's begin with our prayer. Namaskar Mudra. Yogena chittasya padena vacha malan sharirasya cha vaidyakena yopakarotam pravaram muninam patanjalim pranjaliranatosme ava purushakaram shankhachakrasidharanam sahasrashirusham shvetam pranamamim patanjalim. Take a deep inhalation and deep exhalation. Do this couple of times. Due to this online recording, we are restricted for our breathing practices, but I want you to practice this at home. Okay, you can pause the video, take a couple of breaths, deep breaths. You can chant Om a couple of more times and then start with the session. Okay, but since I am restricted here, the limitation on time, I will go ahead and begin the class. Okay. So pranayama, what pranayama is? Most of the students have sent their yoga videos during the Yoga International Day, and it was very good, and I had seen their practice. It is very nice. So I want you all to know about the theory part about it, since the most important thing is the theory, as in future you will be students of yoga. From there you will be going and teaching either to your friends, to your parents. So you should be knowing this, the theory part of yoga, what yoga is, what pranayama is. Okay, so pranayama means, let's split the word pranayama into two. Prana means life. In Telugu we call pranam. In a similar way, in Sanskrit it is called as prana, life. It is also called as breath. Now, life is not possible without breath. Any person breathing is said to be alive. So, hence is the word prana. And the complete word, when it joins together, pranayama, means breathing. Okay, control over your breath. Okay, that is called as pranayama. Okay, practice of breathing, control of breathing, okay, is called as pranayama. As we go through these classes, I want you to keep rough notebook or any of the notebooks in handy with you, and as I am going through these points, try to pause the video and note it down, or as you can see in the video itself, I have a slide presentation. You can note down from the video itself. Okay, so let's start with the first paragraph. Okay, you can either pause the video and write it down. Alright. Pranayama means the control of prana, which is life, breath. In this terms, it is breath. Pranayama means control of breath. It is breath. Okay, I'll translate and I'll tell it to you. It is prana, breath, that manifests as the actions of the body. Okay, as the nerve currents and as thought force. Okay, so when you breathe, oxygen flows in through your body. It goes through your nervous system. It goes through into your blood. Okay, that is like a force. From thought down to the lowest force, everything is but the manifestation of prana. The knowledge and control of this prana is really what is meant by pranayama. Okay, the knowledge and control of breathing is really what is meant by pranayama. In single words, if you can note down, please write it down. The knowledge and control of breathing is really what is meant by pranayama. It controls the prana through breathing. In this terms, it controls the life through breathing. As I told you, there are two terms for prana, either life or breath. So here the author says it controls prana through breathing. Okay, it controls life through breathing. Breath is the fuel, prana is the stem, prana is the steam, and the body is the engine. Okay, so breath is the fuel, like how in train we have steam engines. Okay, so the fuel in the steam engine is coal, and then the steam is the life for the engine, and that is how a steam engine works. Okay, so breath is the fuel. When you breathe, this is the fuel for your body. It is the life which is going through your body, and that is how your body functions. That is the engine. All the parts which are there in your body, the heart, the other organs, okay, the brain, they function because they get the fuel, which is the air, and the breathing is the process through which it gets and runs your body. Next, we'll go to the second paragraph. Pranayama is controlling the motion of lungs. Okay, in simple words, when you inhale, you take the air inside. When you exhale, you breathe out. Pranayama is the motion of the lungs. You are controlling. In some pranayama, when you take in, you pause your breath for some seconds. That is also called as pranayama. You are controlling your breathing. And this motion is associated with the breath. Not that breath is producing it. On the contrary of its producing breath, this motion draws in the air by pump action. Okay, it's like a pumping action. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Okay, the contraction and retraction of your lungs, okay, is called as, this process is called as breathing. The prana is moving the lungs. The movement of the lungs draws in the air. So pranayama is not breathing but controlling that muscular power which moves the lungs. As I told you, when you breathe in, your lungs expand. Okay, when it happens, all the muscles which are there in your chest also expand. Okay, that muscular power which goes out through the nerves to the muscles and from them to the lungs making them move in a certain manner is the prana, which we have to control in the practice of pranayama. So complete, this is the whole structure of your lungs. Your right lung, your left lung, your breathing, your muscles, they expand, they contract. Okay, the whole process of breathing. Okay, we are blessed with this life and we just breathe because we think that air is free. Alright, but if you focus on your single breath, you will concentrate about the minute details of how important this breathing is. Okay, people suffer of asthma. What is the problem? They are unable to breathe, they have breathing problems. Okay, so pranayama is a practice which will help them to improve their breathing. There are people who do shallow breathing, who can't completely take in all the air inside their lung. Okay, only 50% of their lung can function. That is called as shallow breathing. After the age of 40 to 50, people suffer this problem. That is called as shallow breathing. Okay, the practice of pranayama will help them to recover from that. Their lungs will function complete 100% if they practice this. Okay. When the prana has become controlled, then we shall immediately find that all the other actions of prana in the body will slowly come under our control. This opens us the door to almost unlimited power. Air is life and life is power. Okay. So let's come to the last paragraph. Sometimes in our own body, the supply of prana gravitates more or less to one part. The balance is disturbed. As I told you, people suffer from breathing problems. They have problems in breathing. Some people, or you might also might notice, if you have cold, only your right nose must be working, or only your left nose must be working. You are unable to breathe through your both the nose. Okay, during cold, if you have cold, that problem will be there. Okay, so all these problems evolve and you have to eliminate them by the practice of pranayama. And when the balance of prana is disturbed, what we call disease is produced. Okay, so what is it? It is a disease, it is a flu, it is cold which is causing the problem. There is a lot of congestion in your chest due to which you are unable to breathe properly. Okay, that is the disease, that is the virus which is inside your lungs. You have to kill that by the practice of pranayama. When the prana is working rhythmically, everything works properly. What does the rhythmic word means here? Rhythmic word means that a proper inhalation and proper exhalation. When you breathe in, your chest should expand and your body should grow with the inflow of oxygen. Okay, okay, this is what is called good proper breathing. That is why these practices of pranayama, every day in the morning you have to get up, do 10 to 15 minutes of practice of pranayama before you start performing your proper asanas. And when you are doing your asanas also, your pranayama, your breathing should be going along with that. You should never stop your breathing when you are performing your asanas. I have seen in few videos where children have paused their breathing and have performed asanas, which is very wrong. You have to continue your breathing. In fact, in the posture, when you achieve the posture, you have to do 10 to 15 breaths in that particular posture. That is when you will get the results. Okay, so this explanation is by Swami Vivekananda. Okay, so we thank Swami Vivekananda. Namaskar. We thank for all the knowledge of yoga and pranayama, and we are looking forward for preparing ourselves for the quiz contest which is coming up. And if you have any doubts, children, you can message me in to my number. We are restricted the group only to admins. We do not want others to be disturbed while their classes are going on. So if you have any doubts regarding the quiz contest, or if you have any doubts regarding the theory part of the yoga, or you want any soft copies of anything as such, you can message me privately and we can discuss and I can help you out with that. Okay, so let's close our session with the final prayer. All together, Namaskar Mudra. We'll do the complete prayer. Okay, so let's begin. Sthapakaya cha dharmasya sarvadharma swarupine avatara varisthaya ramakrishnaya te namaha namah shri yatirajaya vivekananda suryaye सच्चित् सुखस्वरूपाय स्वामिने तापहारिणे सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. Namaskar students, have a wonderful day ahead. Thank you.